I love volatility. I remember when in 1972 the market went from down dramatically, and Taco Bell went from 14 to 1. They had no debt. They never had a restaurant close, and I started buying at 7, but I kept on to it, and it went to 1. And it was the largest position in Magellan in 1978 when it was bought out by $42 by Pepsi-Cola. And I think it would have gone to 400 if they didn't buy it out. I think volatility is terrific.
Yes, volatility does not measure risk. And the problem is that the people who have written and taught about volatility do not know how to measure risk. And the nice thing about beta, which is a measure of volatility, is that it's nice and mathematical and wrong in terms of measuring risk. It's a measure of volatility, but past volatility does not determine the risk of investing. I mean, actually take it with farmland. Here in 1980 or in the early 1980s, farms that sold for $2,000 an acre went to $600 an acre. I bought one of them when the banking and farm crash took place, and the beta of farms shot way up. And according to standard economic theory, market theory, I was buying a much more risky asset at $600 an acre than the same farm was at $2,000 an acre.
But the market's going to go up and down. Human nature hasn't changed a lot in 25,000 years. And some event will come out of left field, and the market will go down or the market will go up. So volatility will occur, and markets will continue to have these ups and downs. I think that's a great opportunity if people can understand what they own.
And we were about to buy the biggest block ever at Kaiser Industries. The stock had gone from 29 to 17. We're about to buy the largest block ever in the history of the American Stock Exchange. We bought, 10 or 15 million shares. At 15 3/4, I said, my God, the stock's gone from 29 to 17. How much lower can it go? So we bought this enormous block at 15 3/4. So I called my mother and I said, Mom, I guess stock at Kaiser Industries, it's 10. So about 3 months later, I said, you ought to buy this. It's gone from 29 to 10. How much lower can it go? Well, it went to 9, it went to 8, it went to 7, it went to 6, it went to 5, it went to 4. So I said, let's check this again. The stock's 4. They own 45% of Kaiser Aluminum. They own 59% of Kaiser Steel. They own 38% of Kaiser Cement. They own all of Kaiser Electronics, all of Kaiser Broadcasting, which had 7 TV sets. They own Jeep. They had Kaiser Fiberglass. I said about Kaiser Sand and Gravel. They had a bunch of other Kaisers, and they had no debt. Now, in this room, because I know Freeman Billings is very interested in financial stocks, no one's ever gone bankrupt without any debt. Now, that would take a real, I think you have to give some kind of distinguished service award to somebody who did that. But they had no debt. I said, it's not going to go to 0. I was wrong when I said it can't go below 15. So we hung on, and within 3 years, they gave out the shares in Kaiser Steel, gave out the shares in Kaiser Cement, gave out the shares in Kaiser Steel and Aluminum, and they sold off all the businesses. You got about $55 a share. But if you didn't know the story, and the stock went from 15 to 11, and you're just saying how much lower can it go, when it went to 9, went to 8, you would have gone.